Okay, so a little bit more about me and what sort of led me to the dream. The restaurant part of the dream, sort of giving you a little bit as to what led me to the wanting to help people type dream. Also, my mum was a bit of a hippie, so always like taught to look out for people and that kind of thing. So that's part of that. But the restaurant side, the food. Um, my grandmother's Italian. And on my father's side, there's a bit of Scottish there, American, Scottish. But the food side, the food stuff was definitely my nana, my mum's mum. Um, she, she cooked all the time. She just always wanted to feed us. She barely ate. I think I'm a little bit of her. Yeah, she was a great cook. She was a wonderful cook. She sort of gave me my love of food. She taught me some of the sort of little secrets, like tips and things like that. She always had us in the kitchen. She was a beautiful, beautiful woman. She was a bitch. She was a bitch, but we all loved her. She was wonderful, wonderful woman. But yeah, she could be a hard lady. She had a hard life. Her stories are some stories. Anyway, so yeah, she definitely, her love of food definitely translated to me. My mum's a wonderful cook. Makes the best minestrone in the world. And my stepfather, who I grew up with from the age of 5. My mother met him when I was 4. We moved in with him when I was 5. And so he's been a part of my life for more than 40 years now. And he was a chef back in the day. He didn't continue that on throughout much of his adult life. He gave it up fairly early, but he taught me some of my foundations, taught me, like how to sort of balance flavour and stuff like that. So yeah, I still never learned how to sharpen a knife properly. That's a bad one. I still need to work on my knife skills and my presentation. Hopeless at those. So that's some of the things I am going to be practicing. But yeah, that's definitely where my enjoyment in the kitchen sort of came from. And then as an adult, as I sort of got older and I had kids and went out on my own and was cooking dinners for my family and my friends, and I hosted. I always host. I was a host of Christmas every year. I would host parties and birthdays, and I always hosted. I would coordinate what other people would bring, and I would always like do the most wonderful thing I could bring to the table. I would always sort of try and make sure that I was presenting something to my family and friends that showed them how much I care, how much effort I was willing to put in. So I think that really solidified the fact that for me, food is definitely like revolves around like family. Like it brings people together, definitely brings people together. So for me, food is my way of connecting with people. In my gardens, that's when I want to disconnect. So that's my peace and quiet, and that is out there in the gardens, growing the food, and then my reconnection and bringing everybody together, and the heart, bringing that heart and that warmth into everything, is definitely for me in the kitchen. I know a lot of people say that's a little cliche, but I mean it's just true. For a lot of us that love food that way, it's definitely the case. So yeah, that's sort of where that passion comes from, and then being able to, having the opportunity to sort of like to combine that, the heart of a community, food, and combine that with helping people who don't have a community. Like I feel like there's such a beautiful little sort of, what do you call it, like a cycle, like a circle. It comes full circle. That's what I was thinking of. So I feel like that's like a really good way to sort of bring all those things in together. My peace when I need the break, I'll be out in the gardens. Even though I'll still be working, that is my meditation time. That's my quiet time, my alone time, my rest is in the garden. And then the kitchen is where we help people, we bring people together, and we show people we care. And if I can use all those things to facilitate other people pursuing what their dream is, then hell yes, that's what I want to do. And yeah, along with the side of the food and hosting and doing all that, of course, naturally party planning and coordinating, that side of things is definitely comes into all that too, because hosting that's what you do. Just it's going to be a slightly larger scale than my family, although it's a pretty big family. But yeah, so that's sort of what brought me to this point of wanting to do all this, and it's taken a really long time. Like I said, if you've seen my first video, I was a single mum, am a single mum. Was a single mum for almost 30 years now. It's been 30 years this year. My youngest is just turning 18 this week, so she's my baby. So now they're all responsible for themselves. So that sort of frees me up to really focus. I feel like I've always wanted the restaurant side of things, but I think I've just never really thought I was able to do it. I didn't think I could, But now I know I can, and I've planned it out for so long, dreamed of it so long, and I've done the garden thing. I know I can do that. That's a happy little side project that will just continue to create more revenue as I go along. So that's where it's at, and that's why I'm starting now instead of before. Obviously I want to grow that for my kids as well, give them that opportunity. So, obviously some of this is for selfish reasons, not just being altruistic. Obviously I'm not gonna pretend. I am doing this for myself, but I just really want to be able to do enough that I can share it, and that I can create something that can push other people forward, lift other people up, and get them where they want to be. I'll help me, and then I can help all of you.